guys can go ahead too and start asking your questions before, just in case it does get crowded. Okay. Will I mark again this month? Well, will I see Mark again this month for a date? Thank you. Makes more sense. Yes. I feel like they're gonna pull away a little bit though for some reason after this date, okay? And I feel like they may be doing that a little bit already. Okay, like as if they're playing hard to get. That's the energy. Like they're playing a little hard to get for some reason. Like they don't want to seem too interested. Okay. Will I get financial blessings soon? Yes. Yes. Be careful what you do with the money though. Okay. You're really going to need to put a little money away because I do feel like things start to shift and move for you. Okay, so just be aware of that. But yes, you give birth to something new, and it does create money. This may be a new opportunity headed your way. It could be, you know, a new business venture, but something happens that is new, fresh, all right, and you make money off of that. You're welcome, Jay. Is Sam coming back to me romantically soon? He feels like buried right now. I'm going to be honest. If this happens, I think it takes a long time. I also feel like you're carrying a lot of this relationship, okay? I think the onus has really been on you, and almost as if I'm expecting you to continue to do so. So if you want it to work, you need to come to me. And I'm also getting this might be a power move, okay? I'm getting this might be a power move, as if I'm maintaining my distance because I want you to really want me, and I want the ball to be in my court. Okay, so just be aware of that. I think it's going to take some time for him to reach out to you. He wants you to keep coming and keep asking. Okay, that's the energy. It makes him feel good. Okay, so just be careful with the energy. Lauren, is Rayvon interested in me? Thank you, Jay. Interested, but mind games are being played. So that it's like they are interested in you, but they're like doing too much. Okay, like I feel like they think they're hot stuff too. Like I feel like I'm a gift. Like I'm a gift to anyone that chooses me type of energy. Okay, and it's crazy because you're the gift. That's literally what Spirit is saying. You're the one that's the gift. But something about the way they carry themselves and their energy. So I feel like they're playing a lot of mind games just because where they are right now. But you need to remember that you are the gift. All right. Well, Matt and I reconcile. Hey, Trish. Yes, I do see Matt coming back. You are moving towards them, but I feel like they're going to reach out. You're going to respond. I do feel like there's some energy there that needs to be hashed out. There's some things that were left over that weren't fully said. That needs to happen, okay? And I do feel like things work out after that. But there's energy there that needs to be kind of dealt with, okay? So they may have some things they still need to get off their chest. Does Mitchell want to get back together? Yes, they want to get back together in time. You'll see them be a little bit more consistent because I feel like there's some back and forth, and it's always been within this relationship a bit of back and forth. Like they kind of come towards you and pull away, come towards you and pull away. Okay, it's something about you giving their heart to them. It almost feels like it's too much. Like, oh my, they want more of me than what I can give at this time. That's the energy. So I do feel like they understand the route that you want to go and how you want the relationship to be, because I think you want to have a serious relationship, and they are very back and forth with that. Okay, over time they do fix that. All right, up to you if you want to wait, but I do feel like over time that gets fixed. Hey, Ola. When and where will I find my real love? Let's see when. This is change waiting to happen, okay? This is like a mindset change I'm feeling. You are not looking in the right places, and also you're allowing too many energies to like come into your space. Okay, I hope that makes sense. You're gonna have to be a little bit more choosy, all right? I feel like there's a sense of okay, figure out the right way to say this. You know how I really want to make friends with people, so I'm trying to be friends with everybody. That's kind of the energy. Like you're kind of willing to take it from anybody, but I need you to be a lot more picky about who it's coming from. Don't be so okay with getting attention from whoever. Be very picky about who you're getting attention from. Thank you so much, honey. Be very picky about who you're getting attention from, okay? Because I feel like you're right now you're attracting the wrong thing because you're too open. All right. When will I get engaged? Oh, this feels like it's happening soon. Okay. I don't know. There is something that needs to change. So I'm not saying that you need to set some, I'm not saying you need to have an ultimatum, but I do think that you need to make that known because I do feel like that person's already around you. So you may already be in a relationship with this person. They're there. I really think it comes down to you being a little more okay with saying, hey, this is really the direction I want to go into. I feel like they might not be ready and you're kind of been okay with waiting for when they're ready. So I do think you have to start kind of be a little more firm with this needs to move in that direction. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. How am I going to pay my daughter's college tuition? Thank you, Coco, for joining. Okay, that's been a fight. Okay, there's a lot of paperwork with this, so I'm actually going to say that I feel like you have to really have a good understanding on what it would take for her to get financial aid. What do you call the other ones? Just applying for other options. Also, look out of state. I'm feeling like she actually moves. And I feel like there's going to be an opportunity here for her to go out of state. Yes, grants. Thank you, Your Highness. Yes, grants and things like that. And I feel like there's more of an opportunity for that out of state for some reason, okay? It's like the school is more expensive, so I get there's a fear there, but there's more opportunity because they're trying to bring people in from out of state, okay? So I just want you to keep that in mind. But this feels like update yourself on grants and those type of things. That feels like the only way as well, okay? I do feel like it's going to work out in her favor, though. Nisha, will I get the HR? Thank you, your favorite. Nisha, will I get the HR supervisor position at A Plus Care? Okay, you do get it. I do feel like it's a lot of work. I don't know why, if they're shorthanded or something right now in that position. Just be careful with that because I do feel like you get the position and you had to work really hard for the position. I also feel like there's somebody there that's kind of in your way, okay? I think they make that position when you get it very difficult. This could be somebody that is your, I feel like they're in that position as well, okay? So there's some sort of manager and they become your peer where they've been over you for some time and their energy doesn't feel good to me. All right, it feels like a little bit of jealousy. I feel like that person's gonna make your work a little harder. So just be aware of that person, okay? Is my gym crush going to return to the gym soon? Oh, they're going through some family stuff. I do feel like somebody may have passed. Okay, they lost someone. That's what I'll say. It doesn't have to be passing, but they've definitely lost someone. So give them a little bit of time. All right, they're really going through it. They're really sad right now. It does feel like they come back, but they're kind of off of their thing. Okay. What's my love life gonna look like? It could look good, but I do see that this is definitely your energy. Instead of pouring into people, I do feel like it's a protective mechanism that you have in place. I feel like the way that you may be handling conflict may be part of the problem. Okay, when you guys have disagreements, when you're having disagreements with people, I do feel like the shift, something happens where I want you to imagine we're having a conversation. We're trying to have a productive conversation. I feel like you may say some things that are a little bit triggering because you feel hurt. So without realizing it and noticing, you say things that hurt the other person, okay? Without really talking about how it made you feel, all right? That is going to have to be worked on. I do feel like there's a little bit of creating chaos, okay? When things could be calm, all right? Will I get approved for the townhome this week? It doesn't happen this week. Okay, this feels like more towards the end of the month. I do feel like it works out. You're gonna have to keep forging ahead. All right. I don't know why it doesn't happen this week. I feel like people are getting in your way. All right. And actually, no, people are getting in your way because it's not, whatever this place is, it's not meant to happen here. All right. You have to start looking and keep a few other paths and options open. All right. But it does come through. But this is towards the end of the month. And I do feel like it's a different one. So like maybe this one comes through. It's the same place, but it's a different condo or different place. Okay. You're welcome. Will my husband find a new job soon? Kim. Let's see, Kim. Yeah, it takes time, and I do see him filling out applications. Those applications take time, but he's going to have options, okay? And when he has options, he's going to be a little afraid to do so because I do feel like one of these options that pay a little more is going to feel to him like it's outside of his scope, like he doesn't feel comfortable, like, ooh, can I do this, right? Because I feel like it's not fully within side of scope. Maybe even be like a promotion or more responsibility, something of that nature. He needs to take it. He'll be fine, okay? He needs to take it, but there you're going to have options. Tell him to keep applying. And I'm going to say immediately, I feel like within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I do think it happens fairly quickly, okay? Frieza, when will I get engaged or married? I'm going to say this in the best. There is this feels like ego. There's an ego that needs to be worked on, okay? That needs to pass. And then you actually move into a more like spiritual self. I hope that makes sense. But you have to work on your ego. This something about the way that you view relationships, and I'm almost getting like a, what's the word? Quid pro quo. Like it's like you look at this as an opportunity to gain, okay? It's like I have very clear expectations of what I want to receive out of a relationship. But it feels like my view on marriage is like it's a contract, okay? Like it's just a contract. It's something that you do. You don't see it as like a soul connection. And I think that part of your ego has to kind of pass before you will be, Spirit is going to present someone to you. Because that person believes that it's a connection between two people, a spiritual, godly connection, okay? What are the next steps should I take in life? Capri Sun. Oh. Okay. Be a little more introspective. I actually feel like you have a gift. You have the gift of sight. Okay. But you're not trusting it right now. You need to be more introspective because Spirit has been trying to speak to you, and it's actually trying to lead you to a very specific life path that you have and that you agreed upon. Okay, so that's your next step. I typically for this I suggest meditation. Any way that you can kind of sit with yourself and clear out your head a little bit so you can hear yourself more clearly and hear Spirit. That's what you need to be working on right now because you are being directed and guided. Okay. And you do have a gift. Should I continue to showcase my singing on social media? Thank you for the follow. Something needs to change about the way that you're showcasing it. Okay, I don't know if you're doing videos right now because I feel like you have put yourself in kind of like you're afraid to do the whole thing. You put yourself in kind of like a bucket. I don't know if you're just doing videos right now because that's what you're comfortable with, because I'm seeing you second guess yourself, and I feel like you're re-editing, reposting, redoing it until you feel like it's perfect and then posting it. Okay, this needs to be something that's done live. You have to like let go of whatever fear that you have around this and really believe in yourself. Okay, you need to either be posting the realness of your voice, again, without the editing, or you need to be going live and really what it is what it is. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. So I think there needs to be a little bit of a change. Also, I want you to start looking for places where you can perform. Okay, because I'm seeing you on a stage and it's just a small little club or something like that. Okay, restaurant. It's just a small space, but I see you performing. So I would just want you to give some thought to that as well. Okay. Hi, are Adam and I going to break up soon, Kimberly? I do feel like it's going to happen, but I do see you getting back together. Okay. Somebody is in their head here, and I'm going to be honest. The energy feels like it's both of you. All right. I feel like you're both kind of getting in your head and making things that aren't there a thing. Okay. You both seem very concerned about how, if you're the right person, like you're questioning everything. Okay. I feel like I'm questioning each other though. You know how you're in a relationship and you're like, would you still love me if this happened? You know, and I'm constantly questioning if you love me at all. Like, hey, do you love me? Well, what do you mean by, like, you know, like I'm questioning everything. And I think that's starting to create doubt. I do see you guys getting back together. I feel like he's going to pull away and then come back. Okay. But then I do see it ending after that. All right. I don't think you're ready to end it, to be honest. Hey guys, will I find out I'm pregnant this month? Sabrina. Okay, I'm actually going to see if I feel the energy around you now. Okay. I don't know if you've had, I immediately felt like I'm drowning. Okay. There is a spirit there, but it's like, it is for some reason been very difficult for it to come through. Okay. I feel like I don't have the right, not even atmosphere. I don't have the right things in place for my continued growth. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Like literally within the womb, I don't have the right things in place for my continued growth. So I kind of don't want, I don't want to, I need that to be correct first. The drowning thing, I don't know what that comes from. Okay. I'm not familiar with it and I'm not a doctor. So, but it almost feels like I don't have the right things in place, but also like I'm getting liquid in my nose and mouth and in my lungs. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that's a thing that happens when you're born too early. I'm getting liquid in my lungs. Okay. I feel like this may have already happened once. All right. So just keep that in mind. Is it this month? There's some things that need to happen that you need to fix first and get help with your body. Okay. That's the best way I can say it. I hope that makes sense. All right. There's some things that need to happen within yourself, within your body. How does Henry feel about me? Feels a little overwhelmed. All right. And I'm getting a sense you pour it on, right? That sort of thing. Like you pour it on. When you really care about somebody, I really think it's all about them. You want to spend as much time with them as possible. Okay. You want to talk to them whenever possible. That's to him is feeling a little bit much. All right. Just from a perspective of he hasn't had that before. Okay. I'm getting a sense that this person has had people that play a little more hard to get. And you're like, I'm here. Like, I'm with you 100%, like that kind of energy, okay? Thank you, Angel. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to pull somebody up for a private match. I have it here. We've hit 4 so far. I'm going to pin the goal. Once we hit that goal and 30,000 likes, because that's typically where we are, I'm going to pull someone up for not a private reading because you're going to be here, but a more one-on-one reading so we can get more things asked, okay? How does Tyler feel about me? Oh, it's like, I know you want him to like really be present right now. I feel like it's hard for him. Like he has a lot of stuff going on. Like the world to him right now feels like a lot. Okay. I don't think he's in a really good place to the point where, whether you know it or not, I think he's been thinking of hurting himself. Okay. I need you to be very mindful of that. He feels really bogged down, and I feel like the parents are coming up. I just feel like a lot of negative thing. Like his outlook on the world is like the world is not a good place. Okay. And I'm getting a lot of depression from him. Okay. So I need you to know it's not about you right now. Yeah. It's not about you right now. Thank you so much. Okay. That's what I need you to know. It's not about you. It's just, he's not in a good place. All right. He cares about you. He just doesn't know how to overcome the other things he has going on. How does Gio feel about me? Oh, I think he feels good. Very strong sense I get from him. Okay, very strong. Very like, I don't know how to say it. I feel like he works a lot. Maybe he works in like an area of like construction or something. Something very. I lift things up, put things down. Like that's the energy that I'm feeling, okay? Maybe works at a gym, just that energy, like strong, big, strong man. That's the energy I have. He feels great about you. He is definitely ready for a family. I also feel like he may come with a little bit of a family already, maybe he has kids. He's ready for a family, okay? And he's trying to figure out if you're the right person. Am I currently pregnant, Georgia? Yes, you are. Immediately, pregnancy. Yes, you are. Am I supposed to move to Thailand? Oh my God, I've been to Thailand. It's actually really cool over there. You are definitely supposed to move. I'm going to be honest. You could move anywhere. You just need the shift. You need the change, okay? It's very important for you to have that shift and change, actually, because you need it for the next phase of your life. So, yes, you can move to Thailand. You can move anywhere. That shift is enough for you to... I'm seeing like your power kind of coming back. I feel like you've been drained since you've been here. All right. And I think you just needed a shift in energy. So yes. Blanca, will Santos come see me? Yes. Yes. Yes, he does. Expect things to not go exactly how you imagined. Okay. But yes, they do come see you. Do you see a move or relocation for my family within the next year? Yes, I do. Yes. Full comes up. It's actually somebody packing with their bags packed, moving. So yes. Hi, is my sister jealous of me, Jen Jen? Yes. Does it, you know what? It's a weird mixture. A weird mixture of energy is here. It's almost like, I don't know if you're the youngest or what. I almost feel like you draw people's attention in more than I do. So it's like, I love you. But also it's really frustrating to see how I feel like the family allows you to get away with things that I would never be allowed to get away with. Okay. I feel like you're giving more grace. I feel like when you do something right, people give you more attention for doing something right. You get more praise than I get, for doing things. Even though I get I think people just don't understand me. So yeah, there is a little bit of jealousy here. And it's like a sad jealousy though. It's not like she wants anything bad to happen to you or want things to not go well. She just doesn't understand why you seem to get the attention that she doesn't receive. Will I have my son in the next 3 days? I'm gonna tell you, first of all, I feel like being sick, so I do feel like this pregnancy too has been maybe a lot. Maybe you had a lot of morning sickness. No, I think it's later, 4 days. Okay, I think it comes a little later. 4 days. Very close though. Will Sean return? They're going through like a metamorphosis right now. I hope that makes sense. Like a lot of changes. I feel like everything started changing for Sean. As in like everything started happening at once. Like something happened with my job. Something happened with the place where I was living. Like everything just started changing and happening at once. And I think that was a lot for them and things got cut off. They are trying their best to kind of get things back in place. But I do not see them showing back up. Okay. Zena, when will I find love? When you stop letting people come back and forth, in and out, okay? It takes time. I feel like that you get lonely and you call back exes, okay? That's what I'm literally seeing you like this. That card comes up. You're calling back in relationships that didn't work because you get a sense of kind of feeling lonely. As soon as you stop the back and forth and give yourself time, you'll be presented with new options. All right, but I think you keep going back to old options and nothing new is really presenting itself. Of course, Marjorie, do you see me getting a divorce or split from husband soon? Let's see. I actually feel like things change. I don't feel like he's in a good place. Okay. Most definitely. I think he's going through changes, and I don't think he understands what that is. The feeling of this feels like midlife change, right? I don't know how old he is, but I feel like he's like hitting sort of a midlife change where he's realizing he hasn't accomplished things that he wanted to accomplish. I feel like he has a problem with his job as well. Like it's just not, it doesn't feel fulfilling anymore. And he is really trying to figure that out. And I think that's what's put the strain on it. I also feel like the hermit energy, like he hasn't really been wanting to do much, right? And go places and do things. All right. I do feel like he comes out of that, magician shows up. He's just trying to find himself again. Okay. That's what he's trying to go through. If he can, I think it works out. But I'm going to say as of right now, I think it takes too long and you get frustrated. Okay. If you can hang out with him for a little while longer, I do think things will work out. But that's what it's feeling like. I feel like he takes too long, and you're kind of going without the things that you need. And I do feel like you put divorce on the table. Okay. Who is looking after me from beyond? Immediately, when you ask that question, this may be a grandmother, all right? Whatever she passed from, I feel physically ill. I don't know if she got so sick, like she was already maybe older, and I feel like she may have gotten sick. I'm getting dizziness. Okay, she may have gotten sick and did not recover. I'm going to be very honest. This could have been during COVID. Okay, I feel like something did not get better. All right. I'm also feeling like it's difficult to breathe. This may have been during COVID. This may have been a grandparent that was a grandparent during COVID. Okay, because I can't get COVID out of my head. That may have passed away from COVID or something related. All right. They're there with you. They visit you quite often. All right. Hi, Albert. Is the guy I gave my number to at the gym today going to text me? They may. Let's see. Albert, also, I want to make you my... Okay, Albert, I'm making you my moderator since you've been around for so long. I haven't seen my other moderator make a thing. Are they? Let's see. They do text. They do text, and I do feel like you guys probably go on something. I don't know if it works after that, but they do text back. Okay, and they are kind of looking for love right now. All right. They're looking for something. Is there, Keish, what were the next steps in my life? What are the next steps in my life? You got to start you have to start cutting things off and setting better boundaries, okay? That's what Spirit is saying. You're letting people come around you that literally have no business around you. Like they're literally the people. Start paying attention to the people that you are trying to tell your kind of hopes and dreams to. Like I feel like you're sharing things that you'd like to accomplish, and they immediately kind of start, making you feel a little smaller, like you may not be able to accomplish, like it's too big of a thought. I'm also seeing like there's this energy around you where like these are people who constantly sharing with you, like they're always telling you something, okay? And listen, and then when you start talking, they stop listening. I want you to pay attention to that. All right, you need to cut those people off. Should I give up on me and Kay's connection? Thank you, Heather. Yes, I do think you need to kind of give up. This person, I feel like this person has made you cry too many times. Okay, I feel like you have carried a lot of the burdens from the relationship with this, and they've left you kind of cry and hung, like kind of left you hanging in the times where you needed them. I think it's time for you to let that go. Okay, thank you. Will John and I progress and be in a romantic relationship? Appreciate you. I appreciate you as well. John is definitely in their head. Okay, I don't know if they just came out of something. Okay, but I feel like John is almost looking for signs, and the signs remind him of previous relationships. Okay, and it's not even things that are really there. I think they are just ruining it before it can even really fully get started. All right, so I'm gonna say I really at this point, and I think you're asking this because you already feel it. I think you need to kind of be quick with cutting people off. All right. From a perspective of not putting too much time, is the moment that you feel like the time is being wasted, I want you to pull back. You don't got to cut them off completely, but pull back and see where it goes. If they come towards you, then you have a chance. If they don't, then fully let it go. Does Brandon still think about me? Yes, absolutely they do. Okay, absolutely they do. And I do feel like there's a point where they reach back out, okay, and they come back around. The energy with this feels like you're the person that got away, and I'm realizing that now. Okay, I'm recognizing that. I don't know if I can find somebody that would provide the same things, and I feel like I'm willing to put in more work. So I do feel like this person's going to come back. Will my youngest daughter be okay in high school? Yes. There's some difficult times for sure, but I think they do really well with what they can. I'm feeling like there may be a little bit. This doesn't feel like, it almost feels like bully a little bit. Okay, I do see like there's somebody here who kind of gives them a hard time, but she's fine. And I think that like grades and that kind of stuff, I do feel like she does a really good job maintaining. Okay, but it's just like any other high school. All right, you have to deal with some of those bullies, and I feel like she's in this weird in between place. All right, like she's very smart, she gets her stuff done. Like she's not like the nerdy, but I do feel like there's those other girls who are a little jealous of her, because I also am feeling like she's a very pretty girl. Should I enroll in X-ray school? Thank you, Kepase. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Thank you so much. Should I enroll in X-ray school? Yes, you should. I think it's and I'm going to be very honest, I think anything where you are working with people would be very well with you. There's something about your energy that puts people at ease, okay? So if you're going to be working with people who are sick and concerned and getting testing done, I think your energy is very soothing. Is that it feels like a soft song. That's how I can explain your energy, okay? It just feels very nice, very soothing, and you put people at ease. So I think you'd be really good at it. Cynthia, will I be with Dale or Michael? Okay, so Dale, I pulled. Dale, you could be with either of these people. I'm being very honest with you. Dale feels probably the best, just from a perspective. I do feel like you may start a family with this person. I don't know if that includes marriage, but I am seeing the birth of someone, and I think your finances would be well, okay? This other person, I feel like there's a lot of moving pieces with this person, okay? A lot of moving pieces. I see you flourishing and doing well, all right? I do feel like they may cut things off later on though, okay? And I don't see any children, and that's why things cut off. I don't see it moving forward. This other person, I feel like things work out fairly quickly, but either of them would be decent choices, okay? How does my family view me? Josie H. Let's see. Oh. Something about your mind, okay? It's almost like they don't like the way you think. All right. You're showing them too many things. I feel like it feels to them like it's conflict. Okay, like you create conflict, but it's really just because your mind is in a different place. And I feel like you may call out some things that they do. All right. This is giving you see the family's toxic traits, and you're trying to fix things, fix the family, but they don't want to be fixed. That's what it's feeling. So they just view you as somebody who almost like you think you're better than everyone else because you're trying to actually help them. They don't see it that way. All right. Will Jaden reconnect with me? If they do, because I feel like you've been looking for them to reconnect with you. If they do, it is not for a good reason. Okay. I feel like you're opening yourself up to someone who you know is not there for a reason. All right. So I just want you to keep that in mind. I feel like they come to, they come to kill and destroy. There's something about them that you start to play a different role. Okay. They bring something else out of you, and it doesn't feel authentic. All right. Like you're trying too hard. Like they put you in a position where you feel like you have to try and be something you're not in order to get their attention, their love. It doesn't feel like that's the right thing for you. Okay. Thank you, Jessica. Will my interview with Kurt today go well? Okay, so for this interview, I don't know, just be careful with your energy. Okay, I feel like something about the way they ask questions does not feel good. All right, it's almost like it's going to feel to you like they've already made up their mind about who you are, and the questions are asked with a weird sort of intent. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like I'm trying to get to know you. It feels like I believe that I know you just based off how you showed up and nothing else. Okay. Be careful with that, because I do feel like it may trigger something in you and you begin to answer questions differently where it comes off a little bit defensive. All right. And they use that as a way to justify how they felt about you in the first place. All right. So I want you to be mindful about that. If you're mindful about that, you can change how that interview goes. Yes. If you're mindful about that, you can change how that interview goes. Okay. Will my new job and school work out for me? Yeah, I do see you're going to go through. I don't know if you're moving, because I'm seeing something move forward and things being moved. I don't know if this new job, or sorry, new school required you to be in a different space than you're used to. All right. I feel like I miss family as well. Like I miss my family. So I don't know if you're moving to another place, but I do feel like that missing of family may put you in a bad space at first. Okay. It works out well, but there is a sense of like, God, I miss my family. And I'm crying because it's like I'm used to having these people around. That's the energy that I feel. All right. So just be aware of that. Will I be with Toyana or Raven? And Raven. Toyana feels like the best choice. Okay. I do feel like they are willing to give their heart to you. Raven feels like it's something combative. That's the energy I feel. Combative, argumentative. Okay. And I feel like they're going to get you to a space where you feel like you have to pick up your things and leave. So that person I feel like is a little bit combative. Okay. So maybe not the best choice. So we're going with Tayana. Should I give up on my marriage, Drew Reed? You definitely need to reassess some things. Okay. I feel like the person that they have become, I feel like it's very draining. Okay. I don't like the person that they've become over time. And I also feel like you feel like that they're holding you back. Like you could reach another level if this person wasn't weighing you down. All right. Because of that, I'm going to say, one, you do need to make your own decision, but I do feel like this person is weighing you down. So I think the feeling that you have is accurate. Okay. I feel like there's places where you need to go, things that you need to do, and this person is weighing you down. All right. And if you move forward, things work out very well for you. Okay. Also, I don't know if this is a business that I'm seeing, something that you want to do. It's like your own venture. This could be a business, an idea, whatever it is. There's a venture that you want to go on. It works out very well for you. Okay. And I feel like this person is holding you back from doing that. Thank you, JoJo. Okay. What should be my next steps? I feel so lost lately, so down. Okay. I feel like money is coming up. Okay. And I feel like the money issue that you're having is kind of keeping you from some other things. Okay. And that's where I'm starting to feel stuck. Like the things that I want to do require something I don't have. And that feels like finances a little bit. Okay. There is a need for you to kind of pour into yourself right now. Okay. I feel like you pour into other people and you're not getting that same energy back. You need to pour into yourself. You need to be selfish. I hate to say, this is your selfish time. You need to be selfish. I think if you sit in and be a little bit more comfortable with being selfish and not thinking that makes you a bad person, I actually think things will start to align for you, but you need to take care of yourself. Okay. Will I ever get the financial help I need from my son's father? Not in the way that you want. Okay. And to be honest, I feel like if he does, it actually makes him even more distant because he feels like he's doing something. All right. I do feel like his family may be a little bit more of a help. All right. This is almost like somebody who's partying their money away. Okay. I feel like his head isn't in the right place. I don't know how old he is, but his energy feels very young, like young-minded, still doing things that, you know, don't really get him anywhere, and doesn't really feel like family-oriented things. That's where he is right now. All right. It takes him a long time. He does slip up. And I'm going to be like, this is years down the road. This feels like 5 or 6 years where you've already done all the work. And then he wants to show up because he's going through some changes. Okay. What do you see in my future, Naya? Oh, I don't know if it's a current relationship, but this person does feel like they are currently around you. Okay. But I am seeing a relationship that manifests itself. All right. And it feels very homey, meaning like this person feels like home, very comfortable. Okay. I don't want you to overthink it because I do feel like you have, you need to get outside more. I feel like you kind of get scared and then you kind of hide yourself away like a hermit. All right. You need to move and transition. In order for this to manifest, you need to move and transition into your Empress energy. Okay, hope that makes sense. You need to be out more. You need to feel more confident. But I do see you having a very loving relationship that feels like home. So I do think you meet your person, but you have to change into this person. You need to get out the house. Okay, and then step into a little bit more power for yourself and be more confident. Well, me and my girlfriend Naya work things out. No. It's like the world is getting in the way. One of you is very susceptible to the feelings of the people around you, and it changes how you show up. Okay. You're taking on, I'm going to say, I feel like this is you. You're taking on other people's emotions. I think you're very empathic. All right. I feel like for the instance, when you're scrolling and you're watching videos and you see something happen to somebody bad, I think you literally feel it. Like if whatever anger they should feel, you feel that anger. You're letting too many things kind of come into your energy field and you're taking on those emotions, and it literally changes the way your day goes. Okay. I need you to kind of release some of that. All right. I call it doom scrolling. Stop doom scrolling and letting everything into your energy field because you feel everything. All right. Will I be divorced from my husband next year? Yes. I also can tell it's been a long, hard path and it's taken quite a lot of time. Okay. Yes, I do feel like it works out. I do feel like it takes a little bit longer than you would hope when you say next year, because I am feeling like mid-year. Okay. Which is longer than you wanted it to be. So I do feel like this is like 4 to 6 months once the new year starts, like month 4, month 6. Okay. Cindy, is a job coming in this month? Will it be in the mental health field, my degree, or another field, mental health field? Okay. I feel like you are, this feels like you are using, because this is your degree right here, and you're using the degree, but something changes and you pick up something else. Okay. The tower comes up, the change. Something changes. So you are using your degree and something changes. You pick up another skill and you're using those both combined together. Okay. So there's another skill that you pick up and then that combines the two things. So yes, a job is coming, but you do need to pick up that another skill. Will Kay text me this month? No, if they do text you, I feel like it's going to be about something financial. Okay. I don't know if they feel like money is owed or something, but I feel like finances or something you have of mine. That's a better way to put it. I'm getting something back from you that has meaning to me, that holds some sort of financial relevance. Okay. So I feel like they are going to reach out, but it's going to have to do with getting something back from you. Well, Kay text me. That was the Kay text. So yes, I feel like it's going to be around that. Okay. Is Jay faithful to me? They're faithful in the sense of it's nothing romantic, okay? But I do feel like they talk, they scroll, they like that sort of energy, all right? So nothing you have to fully worry about as of right now, okay? So just keep that in mind. I do think they're entertained by watching Okay, I hope that makes sense. Meaning they're scrolling online, liking pictures, you know, maybe even, you know, sending things. They like the attention, but it doesn't mean anything. All right. Will Baron get a promotion at his job? I feel like there's something keeping them from this. Okay. Somebody's interfering with that a little bit. And it's so I feel like there's something in the way. There's something else that opens up. It feels like later. Okay, so keep that in mind. So I don't think this is the last chance. Somebody's interfering. You know what energy this has? This energy has like, I just applied for something, but leadership already had somebody in mind. Okay, like they already knew who they wanted to promote, but they had to, for legal purposes, allow him to feel like he had a chance to get it. Do you understand? So they didn't feel like they were picking and choosing. That's the energy. But I do feel like he did very good in the interview, and that kind of opens their mind. So I do feel like there's something coming after that. Okay, but it's not the promotion that he was hoping for, because they have somebody else in mind. They already knew who was going to get this position before they even started interviewing. I hate when people do that. Okay. Tasha, will Jeremy and I reconcile and work on our relationship? You will, because I think this is really what you want. I do see some things moving around. I think you're the one making the sacrifice to make it work, meaning whatever he is asked to change or whatever reason it broke, I think you are the one making the promises that will not happen again, that things are going to be a certain way, because I do feel like that is a requirement, okay? Like as if he's requiring certain things, okay? The energy with this too feels very ownershipy, like as if what I'm requiring is for you to behave a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain way, all right? And I feel like you're willing to make those changes, but I don't see this working long term. Okay, maybe to keep the family together, because I am seeing kind of a family atmosphere here. I don't see it working long term, and I feel like you're the one that's trying to maintain things. I go get ready with my interview with Kurt. Okay, go ahead. Thank you. Okay, Albert was being my moderator for a while. Guys, just so you know, we're probably 6, 7, 8, 9. We only have 4 more. If we can hit that, and we're about 10,000 away too from our likes. So if you guys can give more likes, and if you can, then that's great. I would like to pull somebody up today. I had a day of good reading, so I feel pretty good, and I'd like to reward someone with a reading. This gives us the opportunity for people to get questions asked that may not be able to book a private reading. Okay, a lot of the readings that I get are due to finances, so I understand. So when we come together as a community and do that, we open up the doors for somebody else to have that opportunity. Okay, and I pick up a person at random. All right, so it just provides that for us, for the community to be able to get read and get their questions answered without having to book a session. Monique, will I get pregnant soon? Yes. Yes, be careful with your energy when you get pregnant though. And I'm going to be very honest. The energy around this feels like it's not for the greatest reasons, okay? I feel like I'm trying to hold something together. I also feel very sad, all right? Like you're getting in your head, like you feel like you need to do this. There's a necessary need for this. I don't know if you feel like you're getting older and it needs to happen at a certain time, but that's the energy around it, okay? I want you to be mindful of that, because I do think you're kind of manifesting this because you feel like you need it, all right? Just be mindful of it, because I'm getting a sense that you're going to be doing this on your own, all right? I don't like the way that feels. Like I'm getting a sense that you're going to be doing this on your own, all right? Sheila, am I currently pregnant? Oh, that moved fast. Sheila, am I currently pregnant? I'm 3 days late. Yes. Yes. Yes, you'll be celebrating soon. Okay, thank you, Tans. Thank you, Monique. And real quick, I'm going to look for somebody in the comments that can be the moderator and pin your number 3. Jossie, you've been here a lot. I'm gonna make you my moderator because I don't see the other person here making comments. So, oh, there you are. Thank you. You don't have to send a heart. If you can make a comment, I can make you moderator, Tia. That's my mom, by the way. Okay. Does my sister see me as competition? Yes, but not in a bad way. It's like friendly competition. I feel like that's the only way she can actually push herself, all right? By seeing you as competition. All right? But it's not a negative thing. Okay, just so you know. Finally make her moderator. So just be aware. It doesn't feel like, I don't feel any like, bad energy, like I dislike you or I'm jealous of you. It really feels like it's a friendly competition. It helps make me better, it helps make you better. Okay, but yeah, she sees you as competition. Hi, I'm new here. Is this romantic connection with Gavin? And I done for good. Yes, the Hermit comes out. Yes, it is time for Spirit wants you to start spending time alone. Okay, I'm getting a sense that you may jump into things a little quickly. All right, where things become a full-on relationship versus taking time and going into a dating phase where you're getting to know someone. I feel like you really only feel whole when you're attached to someone else. And I think this is something that Spirit needs you to work on. Okay, you need to feel whole within yourself. And then you're going to add to that wholeness, because you can't, I feel like I'm depending on someone else to make me feel worth. Okay. You need to find that worth within yourself. All right. Spirit wants you to be alone for a little while. All right. I'm sorry. I hope that makes sense. Is my relationship with my boyfriend over? Let's see. Okay. I just made 2 people moderators. Guys, if you could pin comments for me, they can be random comments. I'll greatly appreciate that. Just makes things easier. Yeah, this feels over almost like you guys have both done things, okay, to each other. And it's almost like it's stale and stagnant. It's like I feel like the relationship has been stagnant actually for some time. So I don't even think it's worth kind of bringing that energy back in. Okay, I just feel like it's been so long where this is where I'm most comfortable. Okay, and I don't really feel like starting all over again. It feels like a pain. But I feel like the relationship has felt stagnant for some time. Why do I keep seeing 1111? Spirit wants you to know you're aligned and things are about to work out your way. Okay. Spirit needs you to know you're headed in the right direction. I feel like you've had some struggles with some things, okay, and now things may be starting to align. Spirit wants you to know that it's okay. Things are okay. All right, that's what it is. What will the gender of my baby be? Okay. This feels like a boy energy, but I want to be clear about gender. Okay. Energy does not necessarily mean the actual gender of the child, because you can have a spirit in a different body. I hope that makes sense. Okay. It feels like male, but that could actually be a female that behaves like a tomboy, for instance. I'm going to feel that energy as male energy, but it feels like male energy. Okay. Does my mom visit me sometimes? Does your dad or your mom visit me sometimes? Let's see. Okay. I don't know if one of them passed. I'm feeling like I'm hit, but like something hit me. I don't know if it's a car accident. Okay, that's what it's kind of feeling like. Okay. But it's like I was hit very, very hard. This feels like a car accident to me. Okay. I don't know if they both passed together in a car accident, but if you want me to ask them if they're with you, I need confirmation that this could be them. So if you could give me confirmation, this feels like boom, and I'm kind of gone. Okay, so I don't know if one of them passed in a car accident, but I'm feeling what feels kind of like a car accident. Okay, give me confirmation. That's also them asking your questions, so they are here. Okay. So you can give me confirmation if one of them passed or both of them passed in a car accident. All right. But they are there. They are with you. Whoever this is most definitely there, because they showed up right now because they knew you were here. Okay. This feels like a car accident. Did I wait too late to apply for nursing school? I feel like right now was the right time, just because the financial burden feels a little less. Like you were not able to really, I don't think you were able to carry that during that time. I feel like this is more of an age question. Okay. You're fine. I think you're going to do well. I do see you graduating. I feel like it takes a little longer than you intended because life happens, okay? And I feel like you had to struggle a little bit, but I do see you holding your degree. So I think you're going to do well, okay? How and will my financial change? How? It does change in time. I'm going to be very honest. The finances feel like decisions. I'm feeling like that it has been decisions that impact your finances probably the most, okay? The first thing I'm seeing is like I'm taking on more burden than I can actually bear, all right? Almost like you're taking on a certain lifestyle. You want things to be a certain way, but it's like the moment you make a little more money, that money is assigned to something, right? Instead of putting money away. So the moment that things like I get that raise or I get that yearly bump, that money is automatically going into the direction, right? It's that new car, it's that new appliance, just new things, I feel like. And I feel like I'm rewarding myself for doing the work. That has to kind of, you have to think differently because it's you're actually destroying the things that spirit is sending to you for a different purpose. Okay, so you need to, I'm going to be honest, I feel like there's like, I didn't really learn about finances. I don't think you learned about finances and how to make your money, make money type of thing. So you're really just doing the best you can. I want you to try to get with something or start focusing at least. Even if you don't pick it up, I think you'll be led differently. I want you to start watching videos about financing, about how to save, about how to have your money make money, right? Whether it's the stock market, things of that nature. Just start preparing your mind differently. And I do think Spirit's going to start opening up doors and provide you with more, all right? But there's a mindset change that has to take place first. What is in my future for my husband and I? Should we move back home? Let's see. Yes. I do think you need to move back home. You know what it is? I don't know if one of you have I'm seeing a drinking. I feel like, and it's not terrible, but I do feel like Deb's got, like, I feel very alone right now. Okay. So I feel like I've been very dependent on outside sources to help kind of take the ease off, the stress off. Okay. It almost feels like you need to be around a community. So I don't know if you guys are not around your family because of the move that you've made in the past, but I do feel like you need a better family structure and better support. Okay. And I do think that actually helps your relationship. I think you're both very stressed. I think you guys can only really depend on each other right now. You need to bring other people in, other family members that can help. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. Will I get engaged to Robert in the next year, Amanda? Thank you. Yes. I will say in the next year, meaning yes, and it does feel like it's a little towards the end of next year. Okay. So that might be slightly outside of the full year that we said. All right. Hold on. I got to fix this thing. TikTok wants proof I'm alive, apparently. So yes, I do see that happening for you. Okay. What does Ezekiel want from me? They want your whole heart. They want you to stop putting your guards up. They want you to be completely honest and straightforward. Okay. I feel like there's a little bit of a nervousness there. Like you're not being, I feel like you're protecting yourself. They want you to stop trying to protect yourself. They can feel it. Okay. They want you all in. Is Dorian and I meant to be? No. It has a purpose, yes. I think you guys, for some reason, do well contractually, like what's the word? Not spiritually, money-wise. I feel like you kind of add to each other's pockets in some way. Okay, maybe it's because you have a joint lifestyle, right? You share with each other. Sometimes he pays for things, sometimes that's what I'm seeing. But and I think that's beneficial. But as for like a long-term partnership, I think he's there to teach you something. Okay. Definitely feels like a spirit, like a soulmate, but not the soulmate, a soulmate that said, I'm going to come along and I'm going to teach you something and I'm going to help you with something. Not a soulmate that's like me and you have been together in many lives and we are meant to be together. And this is your second half. I hope that makes sense. Okay. But they are there to teach you something. Hello, I'm new. Will my business be up and running in 6 months and successful with Shanavia? Yes. I'm assuming Shanavia is your business partner. It actually says that that's a great move. It takes some time. It's maybe a little bit longer than you're expecting because you have to change something. Something needs to be changed. So you're gonna be doing the business in some way, getting a little bit of acknowledgement. Things are gonna start well, and then something you're gonna realize there's a process that needs to change. Okay, once you change that process, I think things move along quickly. All right, but yes, it takes a little bit more time because that process has to change. Do you see my mama having more kids soon, Naya? Yes, I do feel like they have been trying because I'm seeing this leading to tears. So I feel like maybe a child was lost. Okay. The full cut, and I feel very dizzy. Lord God. Is this a health issue? I just felt very dizzy and very out of breath. Okay. I feel like right now there may be a focus on having kids. And I just to be honest, I feel like that there's an underlying health issue that has not been seen yet. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'm feeling an underlying health issue that has not been seen. I feel very dizzy, very sick. All right, so I want her to go. I'd like her. I don't know how often she visits. I like this. It's something here. Okay. Something in the head area. Okay. I want her to go and just start getting looked at. All right. Also, ask your mom if she gets a lot of headaches and dizziness. All right. If she does, she needs to get that checked out. It's something here. Okay. And I think that's a partial cause of the problem. All right. Are my deceased grandparents proud of me? Let's see. I can tell you, of course they are, just because I know spirit, and I've never met a spirit that's not proud of the people that they have living. Okay. I don't know. Okay, first of all, I don't know if I can't tell if this is grandma or grandpa, to be honest with you. I feel like they had a little lump. You kind of get that lump in the back of your neck because it feels very painful. And I think like I feel a little arched over a bit. All right. I also have a favorite chair. There's a chair because I'm seeing them sit in this chair. There's a chair I really care about. That's like my favorite chair. Okay. That may have been your grandfather. All right. Yes, they are very proud of you. All right. They would never not be proud of you. And I do believe this may be your grandfather coming through. All right. And I don't know if they walked with a walking cane because I see them putting that down before they sit in this favorite chair that they have. All right. So just keep that in mind. Is there a future for, oh, thank you. Hello, this is it went away. Been with my company 26 years, who is now offering packages with future layoffs. Should I leave now? Yes. You should. And I feel like you have an idea brewing. There's something that you want to do. I believe the money that you receive allows you to spend the time that you're going to have in your hands is going to allow you the space to do that. You give birth to something new. Okay. And it works out very well for you. All right. So I do think you should. Whatever that idea is, I think you should pour into it. Thank you so much, Brittany Lynn. Thank you guys for the gifts. Okay. Did we reach our goal? We're almost at our goal too. I have 6 out of 10. So if you are going to send a gift, if you could send the little heart with the hands that's up there. I'm going to pin it again. And we've already reached our 35. So, and then I'll pull somebody up. Okay. Not that one. Oh, thank you. That's the one. We hit 7. Of course, I pinned the wrong thing. Here we go. All right. And then I'll pull somebody up for new here. Britt, will Dom be receptive when I address my issues and work things out, please? Thank you, Dee. We're 80% there. He's going to be combative for sure. Something about it hurts my ego, right? So I don't know if it is that what you're bringing up. Something about it hurts my ego a little bit. Okay. I'm feeling a lot of things around it, and it's just immediately he gets combative and defensive. All right, it doesn't mean he's not listening. No, he does hear you. I think it's just really difficult for him to take the feedback. Should I open a business? In 1 second, I saw somebody that subscribes. I have to answer them first. I do see you picking up. It'll work very well for you. There's some things that you need to learn through that process. Okay. So I do feel like it's going to be a little bit difficult start, and it takes some time. Don't give up on it, because I am getting energy that you may give up on things before they can fully, manifest. Almost like you're a little impatient. Don't give up on it. I feel like things don't really hit like they need to hit till year 2. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, year 2, if you're making money, you're already doing better than most businesses. Okay. So don't give up on it. Okay. Will Marie and I be okay? I don't know what to do. Marie. Oh. Okay, I feel like things keep getting, I feel like there's options here. Okay, this can go into a lot of different directions. Thank you so much. I think with that too, we hit our goal. Thank you. I feel like this can go in many different directions. Both of you are in your head. One of you destroy things before, like I don't want to be broken up with, so I feel like I cut things off before that person can cut things off with me, because I can already feel the energy shift. Okay, so I do feel like things are going to wind up getting cut off because both of you are in your head. All right, both of you are in your head. So I don't see that there can be any other outcome, because you both kind of suffer from the same thing. And I think you both have very similar trauma as well. All right. So you respond to trauma. You respond to things in the same way. Okay. All right. So yay. Looks like we can call somebody up. When I do call somebody up, this can go in a lot of different directions. I am conscious of the fact that this is live and there are people watching. Okay. So I am going to call up one person. If you want, go ahead and request to be a guest. I'm going to pull the person from there. So I'll give you some time to request to be a guest. Okay. So I can pull you up. Say yay. These typically go really well. Hopefully. The one thing I want you to be aware of, just be open. Okay. The more you're open, I know it's a little bit nerve wracking because there's other people here. Be open. Because I connect with energy. So I'm connecting to your highest self. So I need you to kind of be open to that. All right. So that we can do as much as we can. If you are interested in booking a private reading from me, the link is in the bio. Okay. You can book on my website. I had 7 readings today. Very beautiful, with very beautiful people. I love being able to connect with people, and honestly help them with things. I believe that this is my purpose. So if you don't want to be read in front of a ton of people and you don't really want your business out there, completely understood, please book something with the link in my bio. Okay.